and realizing that they did not have the budget. Instead, this client was like, work for free, you're asking way too much, and what you're offering, someone else down the road can offer for half the price. So in this video, I'm gonna be talking about the most important thing that you need to know as a video editor, a content creator, anything that deals with putting yourself out there, whether that's a potential client, making your first buck, or even just being a TikToker. So this video is going to be a little bit different from my other videos, and it's more so about who and how you need to carry yourself as a person. And no one really talks about this as a content creator. So the most important thing, if you don't watch any of this video, is to make sure you put yourself first. Putting your own mental health before any sort of creative endeavors. What this means is you as a videographer, a video editor, you're not gonna take that video client that offers you only $10 to make a TikTok video. You are not gonna put yourself in a position where the client or company or job does not value you as a person, as a content creator, because that is not the client that you want. If in their eyes you put your foot down already and you're like, here are my services, here is what I will offer in exchange for that service, but they don't see it, you are in a much better place finding a different client, finding a different company that actually values your skill and what you bring to the table. Because I remember when I first started video editing and content creation, where I just took any client because they would give me money for a video project. So I dabbled a lot in, food services in terms of like food clients because, I took whatever job I could take. Hell, I even did a beauty and, eyelash company video because that's what I saw myself. Hey, money. I'm going to do whatever, if someone gives me money in exchange for my video service, I'll take it just like that. But then as you grow up and mature and realize your own skill, you can start to say no to certain things. You have to, if someone approaches you, hey, can you make this video for me? And you have no interest in this video client and the video that they're actually doing about, then you might want to reassess whether or not you want to take that client. And this all stems back to putting yourself first. Putting yourself first as a content creator, videographer, and video editor. So a good example of this is if you were to take a client and you were to not put yourself in a financial sort of place where it's like, I'm such in a desperate place that I'm going to take any client, any video job that I can, and I'll take any video money that I can possibly get for it. You're coming from a scarcity mindset, and that's where I came from the longest time. And this comes from how my upbringing and how I grew up. But you need to realize the more you invest in yourself, the more that there are other potential clients that you have more fun doing. Would you rather do $10 a video, or would you rather get $4,000 to $5,000 per video that you do, and on top of that, you're having fun? You don't want to sacrifice your mental health. It goes back to that. Can you edit for a client non-stop and make 5 to 6 videos a week around the same type of content? Or do you actually want to make a bunch of different types of content? You want to have a freelance, you want to have different types of content, whether you want a little bit of influencer content, you want a little bit of authoritative content, you want to make YouTube videos, you want to do the whole thing. You don't want to get bored. And for so long, I wish someone would have told me that you do not have to say yes to every single thing that someone pitches you. Hey Peter, you do videos, I want to hire you. How about no? This might be controversial and no one really talks about this, but you need to put yourself first and have your own self-worth as a content creator. You don't want to get lost in the sauce, and I'm going to talk about that in the next video when it comes to video editing styles, content creation. Nowadays, it is so easy to get shiny object syndrome. What I mean is, that person's doing that, they're getting successful, I should copy them. No, no, and no. Putting yourself as a content creator first, and knowing how much you are worth, and knowing that I've done this, this, and this, putting that out there into the world and putting yourself first and not sacrificing and getting burnt out is so important. I'm going to tell you an interesting story where I was in a tough spot one time in my life. And I was trying to pitch a client video editing services on top of a YouTube strategy. Went, had a coffee, sat and chat down with the client as well as their coworker. Pitched their services and they're like, Peter, this is too much for me. And asked them, okay, what can you afford? And they started to give me a little spiel about, this is a good networking opportunity. I want you to do this for almost for free, and we'll see what kind of exposure you can get from this, and you can build your portfolio. This is not knowing that I've been doing this for a long time, and I didn't communicate that to them. But in their eyes, I needed to prove myself to them. But because I've worked and done these videos for quite a long time now, I realized that wasn't the ideal client. So instead of making myself feel bad or it wasn't a good working relationship, that was an initial client that I wanted to waste my time and resources on, and realizing that they did not have the budget. Instead, this client was like, work for free, you're asking way too much, and what you're offering, someone else down the road can offer for half the price. That should be a red flag. This comes down to putting yourself first as a client, as a prospective, contractor, freelancer, whatever it is that your heart desires. And TLDR, 3 months later, I got a client that paid me double what I initially asked for. And because of that, you can't get too strung up on these bad interactions. And these are things that no one really talks about when it comes to being a freelancer, being a contractor, being any sort of contractor that offers prices and services. You need to learn how to be a good business person. You need to learn how to be a good communicator and not take things so seriously. And that's one of the things that I need to learn along this journey. And if you guys want more of these videos where literally no script, off the top of my dome, let me know in the comments, how can I help you? Because I know that there are a lot of channels that talk about video editing, right? There's a lot of people that do video editing a lot better than I do. But what I can offer is my own experiences, knowledge, and expertise from my own story and my own unique upbringing, and seeing how I can apply that to help you. So my name is Peter, and if you want to get serious about video editing and content creation, whether that's learning how to get your first video editing job, to working for yourself, or working for a company, check out my crash course on where I pretty much lay out the land of how you want to approach these things from my own experience. You're watching Broke Virgin Collective, where we all start with nothing, but you can always create something. And I want to put the creative first in this. Cheers, guys.